corruption, lying, and cheating in government, I figure this is a constant. I figure you'd find that throughout the entirety of history. Some of them we don't know about. Actually, in the brief term of William Howard Taft, there was, I don't know, a bit of lying. Well, actually, I don't know, it hardly ever appears in a history book. I'd say nowadays, I mean, we count it as a relatively minor thing. And the famous Harding administration, well, I think there's where we see the difference. And there was a scandal. It percolated around, sort of in secret. If I recollect correctly, there was one, I think it was a Denver newspaper, finally, after a couple of years, brings out some account of it. And even then, that doesn't trigger a wave of response. It still takes months and months before other newspapers pick it up and so on. So it's a difference between a controlled press, a press where the publishers and the editors are going to back up authority figures continuously, versus one which is wide open. And, you know, if we recognize some hanky-panky on Monday, we're going to be reporting that on Tuesday morning. I think one could make a, you know, a really sensational motion picture, a long motion picture, and it would be called Harding. And we discover that that man was a man of some unusual virtues. And, you know, a human being, and in some ways a decent human being. And at one point, some visitor in the White House, he was told the president was upstairs. In those free and easy days, he was told, you know, go up there. He's up there somewhere. And he's up there and opening doors and trying to find him. He opens the door, and the President of the United States has a cabinet member up against the wall, and he's shaking him by the lapels and calling him a son of a bitch. And what are you doing to my administration, and so on. Well, I think it's got great dramatic possibilities, and it's a much more positive figure of Harding than you'll find in, I think, any other source around.